In the last few minutes, President Donald Trump says the US has reached a trade deal with Japan. He's calling it perhaps the largest deal ever made. To include vehicles and agricultural products, Japan and the US will each pay a tariff of 15% on goods.
But I just signed the largest trade deal in history, I think maybe the largest deal in history, with Japan. And that was done with Japan. They had their top people here, and we worked on it long and hard, and it's a great deal for everybody. I always say it has to be great for everybody. It's a great deal. A lot different from the deals in the past, I can tell you that. But we're doing really well as a country. We're strong. We have a lot of money flowing in. The tariffs are kicked in better than anybody other than me and a few of the people in the room thought could happen.
Rosiland Jordan joins us live from Washington, D.C. now with more on this. So what more do we know about this trade deal and its significance?
Well, this is only the second trade framework that has been reached since the U.S. reached a similar deal, some would posit, back in May. Now, we don't know much more about exactly which Japanese products are going to be subjected to the 15% reciprocal tariff. We also don't know specifically what more beyond automotive and agricultural products from the U.S. will be going into the Japanese market. We don't know exactly when this is all supposed to take effect, even though the president has a deadline for the beginning of August to spell out just how detailed these trade frameworks are supposed to be. This does come a few hours after the White House announced that it had also reached a trade framework with Indonesia, the president making note of the fact that Indonesia would be sending precious rare metals, things that are used in the production of technological items, to the United States, and that in exchange, it would not only buy agricultural products, but it would also buy Boeing aircraft. We don't have a dollar price on that, and there's also the wrinkle that could affect not just the Indonesian deal, but the Japanese deal as well, that any products that come from multiple sources, including from China, could be subjected not to a lower tariff rate for Japan of 15% and for Indonesia of 17%, but if those goods contain material coming from China, the tariff could rise up to 40%. Now, there's also no way to fact check just how much money has been collected in tariffs, because usually what the countries end up doing is building in the cost of covering those tariffs into the price of goods sold to U.S. consumers, and that is now starting to show up. Economists are suggesting that means that you're probably going to see inflation on the rise in the second half of 2025.
Rosiland Jordan, thanks very much.